Welcome to Wednesday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, my call sign is Wiz, and folks, days like today just really, I'm so fearful for the direction of our country, and days like today just confirm it. Especially when you take a look at the online and you see all these left-wing lunatics actually celebrating the shooting of these Republican congressmen. This is what happens when you let a Kathy Griffin hold up the head of the president like ISIS would. This is what happens when Theater in the Park Shakespeare turns into assassinating Donald Trump. And remember that American Express and New York Times still are supporting that production. And then this guy goes out there today and asks, hey, who's on there, Republicans or Democrats? Oh, Republicans, and starts blasting away. It's disgusting. Folks, all my left-wing friends and liberal lunatics, calm down. First of all, we're the party of the Second Amendment. You're not. You're the party of snowflakes, safe spaces, and sucking your thumb and trigger words. Knock it off. This is getting worse and worse, and it's got to end, folks. Get the political discourse, pull it out of the nosedive, and let's worry about the good of the country, man. I've had it with this. Anyway, folks, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play, right? Okay, folks, I'm getting ready to, in about, an hour and 45 minutes, at 1 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to knock out our accelerated retirement session. And at 8 o'clock tonight, Doug Robertson's going to give his vertical spread training, a sample of the type of full throttle training you're going to get when you become a member. So literally, we're at halftime through our full week of live trading and training. Here's the flight schedule of events. There's still time to register, folks. We're literally only halfway through the week of our full week of live trading and training. You can head to go.topgunoptions.com/joinft, and you can join us for the rest of our sessions. If you want to take a look at what we already did, the Monday night in brief, where I covered our strategic, operational, and tactical methodology, the acronym NOT FEAR 2017, and also our 7-step proprietary trade plan. If you want to take a look at the primary life trade brief that we did yesterday morning, the Apple put spread that I placed is already up $500, about a 25% gain in a day. Also covered closing the weekly options SPX bull put spread that I sent to my members Monday that could have potentially closed yesterday for a $1,300 gain in a day. And I also added a Goldman Sachs long call diagonal with a protective put. A lot of great stuff going on, folks. And I also sent out an urgent alert on Brazil, a bear call spread yesterday as well. So a lot of content. You can head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay. That stands for Full Throttle Replay, and you can watch all of those replays. Watch them before you show up for the accelerated retirement session here at noon. Okay, let's get to some real business here, folks, other than left-wing lunatics from the great state of Illinois. Retail sales tumbled the most since January of 2016. Gas, electronics sales slump. That's not a good thing, folks. We saw inventories also take a little bit of a hit today. So the Q2 GDP is probably going to come in a little soft. We're seeing the macro data, guys, really start to slow down. What's this have to do with anything? Well, the biggest thing on our radar today is obviously the Federal Reserve is expected to raise 25 bips today. 90% certainty that she's going to raise. If she doesn't raise, the market will sell off like you read about in Lookout Below magazine, because the market's going to say, whoa, we expected this. She must seeing a lot more bad stuff than we are. There is a lot of bad out there, folks. No offense to the waiters, waitresses, bartenders, housing staff. I've been a couple of those things, but they're not manufacturing jobs. They're not high-tech jobs in Cupertino. So the jobs numbers are weak. A lot of the macros weak. So the Fed's kind of dancing along in tightrope here. They really do want to rein in. The great headline here in the Journal: Fed's effort to guide market falls short. Moves to rein in financial conditions appear to be having little impact. What's that mean? The Fed, folks, has been trying to dial back this thing since they inflated this thing, right? Remember, one of my wizisms is when interest rates are low, stocks will grow. When interest rates are high, stocks will die, and interest rates have been low for years, folks, near zero under Bernanke, under Janet, and even with her tightening them up here, in the scheme of things, we're in a near zero rate interest rate environment. Stocks are going to grind higher and climb this wall of worry. But the Fed is worried, and that's why they're trying to raise rates, is to kind of get a little bit of risk on in this market. And but it's funny because the Fed it's like the Pope came out years ago and said, all right, Catholics, hell doesn't exist. And we've been partying like crazy for 3 years, and now they're going to come out and say, oops, we made a mistake, hell does exist. They can't do that, or then that's when this market gets cut right in half. So it's going to be very interesting to see the Fed's words today. Not that they raised 25 bips, but what they have to say. Financials are starting to get back on the horse. That's why I added that Goldman Sachs trade yesterday. Make sure you watch the replay on how to do a long call diagonal with a protective put. Trump regulation plan makes for pleasant reading on Wall Street. Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, he's finally getting around to gutting Franken-Dodd, taking a scalpel to the Volcker rule, allowing these blue blood banks on Wall Street again to get in the business of trading and being the Death Stars that they used to be. Hopefully avoiding a 2008 tsunami like we all lived through. Apple, the tech wreck is over. I closed a VXX or sent out an alert to close the VXX bullish double vertical. Saw the market and tech roll over Friday and Monday. Right around halfway through Monday, I said, this ain't the big one, folks. This ain't the Fred Sanford. I'm grabbing your chest. I'm coming, Elizabeth. So I said, hey, time to we were long vol. Now time to close that and maybe even get short vol. So I think that was a 675% gain, about a 25% gain there on that VXX trade. So I'm going to teach you how to do all this stuff here at TGO, folks. We have a lot to cover. I got to get ready for that accelerated retirement brief at 1 o'clock. Remember, you still have time to register for this full week of live trading and training at go.topgunoptions.com/joinft, join full throttle. And like I said, here's the replay page. It's /FT replay. Okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. I'll see many of you at 1 o'clock for me with accelerated retirement, or 8 o'clock when you meet Doug Robertson, our vol arb trader. Okay? I'll see you then.